Uh, Welcome to What They Won't Say podcast. We have Coach Bo Mack here, trainer of one of the greatest fighters in our era today, and Coach Chris.
Absolutely,
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good to see you, man. Appreciate it. See y'all was in there working today.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I just want to see how you feel about this new era of coaching.
Oh man, every coach got their own different style of coaching, and if you got a coach in there that's in the gym every day with kids or fighters, you gotta respect them, because it's only a few selected coaches that's really making any money out of it.
Right.
And especially in the amateurs, everything is volunteer. You volunteer your time, you're spending your money, you sacrifice this, time away from your family, just to get these kids to the next level.
Right.
Boys and girls. And if you're with them all the way up until, they turn professional, and that's when the switch is turned over to where you can try to see a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah. I definitely feel that. My thing is, I just don't feel like as far as like how you go, right? I feel like you are still carrying that traditional, old school, really the techniques, all the stuff, and I don't really see a whole lot of trainers doing that no more. Like, I feel like the reason why boxing ain't the same as it was back in the day is because a lot of people don't have the same kind of knowledge that you got. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't teach something you don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of these coaches, they're good, but it's missing something. It's not the same as like the legendary trainers from back in the day. They give them all the sauce. And what you've done with Terrence and all your fighters is give them all the sauce. Yeah. And that's why they head and above over everybody else, because you can see it. You know what I mean?
It like I said before, it's the fundamentals, man. You gotta stay with the fundamentals.
Right.
All that extra shit that come, it'll be time for it to come when you're in there and you can dominate. You start dominating somebody, then you can start doing all that extra shit.
Right, but it don't work without the fundamentals.
You gotta have the fundamentals. The jab is important. The head movements from offense, defense, transitional from defense to offense. Either way, offense to defense. So you got to be able to have that. You got to be able to teach that.
Yeah.
And in order for it to work, the fighter got to be able to experience it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got to be able to experience what you telling him.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always tell every fighter, I'll never tell you something to do in the corner that we haven't worked on in the gym for the last 6 months.
Right.
Because it got to be embedded.
Right.
It got to be embedded in your head in order for it to work.
Right. Yeah.
So you got to start it in the gym. So it's got to start it in the gym. So, that's what I do. I live in the gym. I live in the gym. All my time.
You gotta dedicate that time to it for sure.
Yeah, and it pays off too. It pays off. Some fighters it do, some fighters it don't.
Right.
But once you get that one or two, maybe 3 fighters that when it pays off, you'll feel better about what you're doing.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So what's next for y'all? Like after the I know Keyshawn got a fight coming up, right?
Yeah.
So what's the plan for that?
Well, after Keyshawn, we got Troy Isaac. He's going to be fighting in New York, and then after Troy, hopefully by I said a couple of weeks, we'll try to get some news on Bud. And then, when Bud fight, we usually go maybe 2 or 3 guys underneath his undercard.
Okay.
And then just go from there. I just kind of like when pound for pound fight, you block everything out.
Yeah, that's right.
Because everybody look for his downfall. But with us, we just looking for another good spectacular performance.
No doubt.
So that's how we work.
So what's the deal with the Canelo situation? Are they gonna how they feel about that, or is
I don't know, man. I'm just like y'all. Just hear news. You hear it in the news. You read it on the fight hype or all the social media pages. You see just people just talking.
Right.
But we ain't heard that solid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When once Bud said, I'll fight Canelo, then it kind of took a world of his own.
Yeah, yeah, of
Like,
course.
oh shit.
Because I mean, we was talking about it, and like honestly, like I don't feel like Bud should have to fight a lesser fighter at this point.
You know.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's put all the work in. He deserves the big paydays. He deserves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he deserves that right now. He don't need to be like right now. If he fights, like I like Boots and I like what's his name, Tim Tszyu and all them. I like all them guys, but I don't think that they deserve the shot to have to fight a Bud right now, because it's basically they're the ones going to win no matter how it turns out. Mm-hmm. Even if they lose, they still win. You know what I'm saying? But like, what does Bud really win? Because if he beats them, they're going to just say, well, yeah, we knew he was going to win that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the payday ain't going to be the same either. So it's like, so what was the purpose? You know what I mean? So I think he deserved the mega fights right now. He definitely deserves it.
One thing
everybody ain't trying to fight him though.
Yeah. And one thing with Bud, he looked for greatness.
Right.
He wanna be great. He wanna be greater than what he already is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I like that about him because he challenged himself as a man. Then once he challenged himself, that's a challenge to us coaches too.
Absolutely.
We gotta go.
You on that same page. You on that same page.
Right.
Get the work done.
Yeah.
Study the fighter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what you want in this game. You want to be able to challenge yourself and fight the best and really make your mark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of guys is ducking each other and they're not doing that, and that's why they're not considered great.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you got to chase the greatness for real. That's real.
Yeah.
You know, I want to salute Coach Bo Mack too, man, because, you know, all the hard work and stuff Coach them put in, they was kind of blackballed, like how people try to blackball us, you know, with the podcast thing, but they can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop it. You know, Spence was the poster boy. He went in there and punished Spence and did what he said, like Bo Mack told him from the beginning. Me and you had talked. Man, he's going to punish him. You know, Bo Mack had been saying it the whole time. You know, and, you know, man, just continue to do your job, brother. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, coming, you know, giving us time, you know, and I appreciate it, brother. Tell Bud what's up, man. You know, Bud, he was so humble down there. Man, me and Bud sit out there and talk like he knew me. You know what I'm saying, man? He was like, nah, brother. He said, I come from the same place, brother. I just happen to make it. That's what he told me.
Before you go, though, this is called What They Won't Say podcast. So say something that you just want to get off your chest, like to whoever you got to let it be known to.
I don't, you know, one thing about me, man, I don't got no ill will towards nobody in boxing, because it's enough boxing to go around.
That's right.
For everybody.
That's right.
So then give them for the viewers, give these up and coming fighters, give them some advice that you think that they should really like take with them.
For all you up and coming fighters, I know it get frustrating. Fights fall out. You know what I'm saying? People would say they're gonna do this, and managers say they're gonna do that. Promoters say they're gonna do this, and they don't do it. Just stay consistent with your game. Work on your craft. Stay in the gym. You know, give God thanks just for even letting you be in the sport. You know, because this is, for one, is a lonely man's sport. That's right. Yeah, it's hard as hell to get to the top, and it's even harder to stay in on the top. Mm-hmm. So you respect what you're going through now, and live it, because once you get there, you'll cherish it better than you would if somebody just handed it to you. Okay. And I would never change the grind that we got.
I went through to get
to this point.
Absolutely.
And one thing about me, I wouldn't give a crying corn's ass. We gonna stay in this motherfucking gym. We ain't gonna cut no motherfucking corners. Cause as soon as you get beat, guess what? You gotta go to the back of the fucking line.
That's right. That's right.
Do it all over again and shit.
That's right.
Fuck that. I ain't in this shit to be losing.
That's right. That's
you know
right,
what
Coach.
I'm saying?
That's right.
Grind too hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I love food stamps. I love food stamps. But I tell you that though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the grind. That's
the grind.
Most important thing. Respect the grind, because once you respect it, boy.
Coach, you couldn't explain it no more. That's what we doing right now, bro. Yeah. We grinding just like y'all, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And like I said, man, I appreciate your knowledge, brother. And appreciate everything, brother.
Anytime.
Okay, give us a shout out, Coach.
What's the podcast again?
What They Won't Say podcast. What They Won't Say
What They
podcast.
Won't Say podcast, man. I appreciate both of you brothers.
Okay,
man.
brother.
Anytime y'all need me to come on, anytime
Yeah.
you want to talk to one of my fighters, man.
Tell Bud, man, send
All
Bud in there. You can send Keyshawn if he got time. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
just come
yeah.
give a quick shout out. Tell him I ain't gonna take long. Just
Okay.
a couple quick questions and get him right up out of here.
Okay, I'll see.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I know how it is.
Thank you.
All right.